guys, so it's time for the next video from the golden pouring gloss medium. So I'm going to try the gloss one. So last time it was the matte, and this time I'm going to do the gloss. The matte ones are drying. You can kind of see all the silicone on this one, super shiny, but that's what the alcohol paint is for. You can also kind of see it thinned out on the edges, but I think that's because I didn't use enough paint ratio. But this one's, oh, I can just pull it up. It's super pretty because it's not shiny. Hope I don't wreck it by touching it. So you can see there's no shine on it, and I really like it on this one with the blending. I think I might add some words or something on it, but or a silhouette maybe. But it's super pretty, and it is definitely matte, so that's pretty cool. Yeah, pretty stoked about that. I'm gonna put that one here, and then we'll see the difference of the two. But yeah, I like the no shine on it. It's pretty cool. Okay, so reusing some canvases again. Get the dog hair off. And gonna be using the golden gloss. So, what colors do I have left? Because we had pretty blues. We have this really pretty green. I don't know how much white I have, but I can always add more white from a different thing. So this time I think I'm going to do like half and half. So this time we're going to use this whole green. So I'm just going to open it up. This one is 1 fluid ounce, in case people were wondering, of how much paint is in here. I love these colors. And it sticks again. That darn plastic. Alright. So, I'm going to pour this whole thing into here. See, even their acrylic paint is fairly liquidy in comparison to some, so it's definitely different. And if you ever want to know, sometimes I just tape this little paint to the side if you ever want it to drip down to the side of the cup. So that's definitely going to get a bunch out there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and just add a 1-to-1 mixture. So this is the golden gloss. Let's just, this one's a little bit thicker than the matte. Well, maybe not. Ooh, look at that color. So the matte definitely had not as much of the white pigment, which I'm sure turns clear. And so you can see how this lightened up from there to there. But actually it's super liquidy too, so it just rolls right off. So I don't think I'm going to add any more. So this is like a 1-to-1 ratio of paint to the color pouring medium. So definitely still super liquidy. So yeah, I would say definitely it's not a 10-to-1. It's more of a 1-to-1 ratio. Because they're saying like 10 pouring medium to 1 part fluid acrylic, but I'm thinking more 1-to-1 ratio for it. But I love that color. It's nice and vibrant. Maybe we'll get more paint out of here. If I put it upside down. That's super cool. What else could we use? We could use a yellow. I still have some of the Persian blue hue, which might be kind of pretty with these colors. So it'll be definitely different than the blues, but that's okay. We're just testing out the pouring medium, so get that plastic off. I'm gonna have all the colors on my fingers. I'm just pouring this in, trying to get as much of that paint out as possible. Yeah, their colors are super vibrant and pretty. So I'll put that upside down. And let's add this. About the same amount. Ooh, this is gonna be colorful. It's really easy to mix the paint in using their stuff. So obviously I'm going to have to add silicone as we tried before with the matte. Unless you want no cells and you want more of a blending canvas, then probably not so much with the silicone. I think I'm going to add this Persian, what I got left of the dark. Because I really like having a dark with the light colors. So just trying to get out as much as I can. I'll put that one upside down too. And I won't have to add as much. Making a mess. Alright, let's mix that in. Because I don't think I want white. I don't know. Let's try these three colors first. Obviously, blue and yellow make green, so I think it'll be a good combo. There's no complementary colors here, or contrasting that'll make it all muddy. And we need the silicone. So 100% pure silicone, treadmill silicone is what I use. So I'm just putting one drop. You don't need much. You just need 1 to 2 drops, really. And I don't really mix the silicone in much. Like, I'm just going to push it down, like so. And then we're going to do a dirty flip cup. So, let's start with green. Super pretty. And then maybe some yellow. Might look like a turtle. We need some dark in there. Ooh. Already getting a good, I'll put a bit more yellow, a bit more dark. So we're getting like some major bubble reactions in the cup with the gloss. So let's give it a whirl. These nice bright colors. So acrylic, golden, color pouring medium, gloss. And I already got a whole bunch all over the place. But, oh, it might stick. Alright, ready? Ooh. It is super liquidy. I do see some cells coming up. Oh, there's some major reactions happening. Whoa, look what happens when you add heat. That That is crazy. Look at all those cells growing. That is super cool. I'm going to see if I can just help it along on the edges instead of tipping too much. Because it's just going, going, going. Like I said, this stuff is very liquidy. It's just going crazy. So this is just me helping the paint along. Because it's just continuing to fall over the edges. And I didn't want to tip too much. I think I'm going to have to tip a little bit to the north. Get that corner. Look at how it's just pouring off. You get some really nice big cells though. I'm just getting that corner. And I'm going to get this corner. Wow. That is pretty cool. Okay. So I'm thinking, like, every time you add heat, it's, look at all these cells. The more heat I add, they just go absolutely nuts. Unbelievable. Oh. That's pretty interesting. So you can definitely get cells with this stuff. It's, yeah, definitely quite liquidy. I would almost want to thicken it up a bit somehow. But I'm thinking if you use thicker paint, it would really, because their acrylic paint they sent me is quite liquidy. So they call it fluid acrylics. So I mean, I guess it's very thin, as you could see on their diagram. But if you were to get a thicker one and mix it with this medium, it might work out a little better. Might not pour off so much. But that's super pretty for the glossy. You definitely get lots of cells, especially by adding, woo, especially by adding some silicone to the mixture. And it's super cold here in Canada right now. We're going into a deep freeze of like minus 30s or 40s or something or other. So it's going to be cold in my basement, but which might help hold the viscosity together a bit more. So I'm going to move this one out. It's nice and shiny. I'm curious to see how this one's going to dry. Let's try another one. Because we have these canvases. What could I add into it? I could add a white into it and try give that a whirl. Let's do that. Let's add a white. I'm going to use up what I have left of, see how liquidy? So these are the fluid acrylics. So they are actually quite thinned out as well. But I'm not going to have enough white, so what I think I might do is add some of this cheaper Artist Loft white, which is thicker than their fluid. There we go. Their fluid one. Actually, maybe what I'll do is I'll flood the canvas with white and I'll do like a shot glass. Okay. There we go. That could kind of work out cool. So this one, I might not put any silicone in it. All right. Mix this up. Oh, see, with the thicker paint, that's already a better consistency. Okay, so yeah, with a thicker paint, it's already a better consistency. Like, that is a way better consistency than the super thin stuff. So I think the acrylic, because they call this stuff fluid acrylics, might be too diluted. Because they also have dilution in their pouring medium. I'm just looking for a little shot glass. Do some little testing. Ooh, a cute little shot glass. So I'm going to flood the canvas. We are getting very messy. Alright, so I'm going to add these colors. Woo! That's a lot of green. Into the shot glass. I don't even think I'll be able to flip this over because it's got so much, it's so liquidy. Let's see. Oh boy. Whoa! Well, that was kind of cool. Definitely different. Let's get some cells happening. I like what's happening on the edge here with the white and the blue. I think I'm going to pull this down a bit. Interesting. Got some cool reactions happening right here. Let's see how much more cells we could have pop up. Yeah, we definitely got more cells. I like this kind of staining that's happening with the blue on the edges. Do I love the piece? I don't think so, but I'm not too keen with the colors on this one. I was happier on the other one without the white, but it is interesting to see this effect happening on the edges, which is kind of cool. So yeah, definitely I think adding a thicker paint works a little better. I'm going to let this one dry so we can still see the glossy difference. We got a lot of paint that poured over, which is fine. I got one more canvas left that I can paint back over with. I'm almost wondering to get that staining effect. I might have to mix some more white. Pouring medium, but look at that. That's pretty. Now I'm going to use the popsicle stick. Let's see what we get. Interesting. We're getting the staining on the side. It's all about experimenting. Ooh. It's almost like a watercolor when you just drop it on top. It's actually really pretty. And it just keeps kind of growing very organically. So I'm almost wondering, now we're just playing. I think it allows us to do some splatter, Jackson Pollock style. Let's see what we get. Makes it react. Let's put some green in there. I'm totally gonna do more splatter. This is super interesting. It's super fun. Let's get some heat going. Might have run out of a bit of silicone on there. But I do like the staining that happens. I think I kind of ran out of silicone, that's why I'm not getting really big cells from the colors. But I'm going to let these dry. And basically, once they dry, I'm going to do a comparison from the matte and the gloss, so we could see the difference. I can already see how shiny the gloss is in comparison to the matte that's drying, but we'll let these dry completely because it is wet paint. So, and yeah, super cool. Thank you very much, Golden, for letting me test these out. I'll send you what I think, and these should be coming out pretty soon. I really like the matte one though, on how nice and matte finish it's drying. So I'll share another video with the comparison of these fully dry, and we'll go from there. And I'm going to let this one dry. And of course, we gotta use up, I'm not sure if this is all gonna turn to mud, but use up all the color for a paint skin. Oh my gosh, I just sprayed that all over myself. Because we got like some major colors happening here. This is where you hope you don't have a hole in the plastic. Woo! Ooh, I like that. That is pretty. That is gonna make, I like that for a paint skin. Let's do this. I'm gonna turn it down because we're doing it over plastic. Popping the silicone bubbles. Definitely the cells are a lot cooler when you let them grow organically like this without tilting. This might be a cool turtle journal cover. So hopefully it spreads out enough that I can do a journal cover with it, which is pretty cool. Ooh. Just got to be careful not to go too close to the plastic on the edges. But look at that, guys. That is awesome. That looks really pretty. Okay, well, I'm gonna get washed up, and thank you so much, Golden, for letting me try out your new pouring mediums, and I can't wait till they come out. And I greatly appreciate everybody who's subscribing, watching, liking, and sharing my videos. That's awesome. And there's Amazon links in the description if you need any supplies. Helps me out a little bit. And I hope you guys enjoy creating and having fun with your art. Thank you so much.